Are you a lover of strategy games, but looking for a new kind of strategy game? Like spies and things to do with spies? Check out my review of Sigma Theory coming up next on Mumbles. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Mumble. Mumble, mumble, mumba, mumble, mumble, mumba. Now, as you can see from today's video, I have some terrible hat hair. Therefore, I will not be removing my hat any further in this video. However, that's not why you're here today. You're here today because you want to learn about a new game called Sigma Theory. Sigma Theory, it has a release date of April 18th, and no price has been announced to this point. This game is created by Goblin Studios and MumblesVideos Studios, M-I-C-L-O-S Studio. What is this game about? In the near future, scientists make a discovery that allows mankind to develop world-changing new technology. Suddenly, the world's superpowers realize they could have this power to destroy the global financial system, wipe out entire countries, or even gain access to immortality. However, the discovery called Sigma Theory can only be harnessed by a handful of scientists. You are placed at the head of the country's intelligence agency. Your objective, world domination by any means possible using the power of the Sigma Theory. To achieve this, you will have powerful resources at your disposal. Special covert agents, tactical drones, and of course, your skills of diplomacy. It's Cold War out there, one in which mankind must face up to its future. A future that leads ultimately to technological singularity. So in my own words, this is one of those strategy games in which you basically have to manage your resources, manage your agents, do that kind of stuff in order to win the game. So is it that simple? Let's find out. Let's talk about the graphics, the soundtrack, the control. First up, the graphics in this game. There really isn't much to graphics in this game. They were more focused on the gameplay itself. So that led there to be little to no focus at all on graphics. What is there is bright and colorful, so I can't give it a pass on that. But mostly you're going to be looking at text and things like that. And a central screen. So graphics really don't matter. Soundtrack-wise, this game does not have much of a soundtrack, guys. It mainly is just some background music that loops over and over and is basically just music there to help you pass the time. Now, there is some changes in music, so I won't call it gaming elevator music, but what I will say is that they could have done with a little bit more of a soundtrack here. Now, control-wise, you mainly play this game using the mouse. You don't really ever use anything else but the mouse. So control-wise, I have to say A++. Now let's talk about the gameplay of this game. As with most strategy games, this game plays out based on the decisions that you make. Who you recruit, what scientists you can get to come over to your cause, blah, 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 blah. That kind of thing, and that is exactly how this game plays out. Now, in order to do this, you are placed at the head of a spy agency. And you can have different agents that do different things. They all have different things, as you can see in the video. And for the most part, this is where you'll be coercing or getting these scientists over to your side. Now, with your spy agency at your disposal, you can do things such as spy, infiltrate different places, even kidnap people in order to hopefully gain this very important research. This game is very much a strategy game, and you have to use all your agents effectively in order to win. You also have external factors going on during this game, such as different agencies that want different things from you, and if you don't comply, they may kill a scientist, or they may do this, they may do that. So there's a lot of factors going into the gameplay of this game. But the basic and best way that I can describe this game to you is that your ultimate goal is to use the resources at your disposal to gain Sigma Theory. Now let's talk about the cons for this game. The first con that I have for this game is this game needs much better of a tutorial. It could use like a practice scenario or something that went quick and easy so that you could better understand it. As it stands right now, there's not much of a tutorial, and I found myself kind of using my first couple games in order to figure out what the heck was going on. Now, my second con is that this game is quite difficult. There is no one best way to beat it. It all depends on chance, and that leads to having a very difficult gameplay experience. Now, my third and final con is that this game, the gameplay that you do, you do is basically a scenario. So each scenario is rather long, guys. So one game might take you, 3 or 4 hours, and that can be a little bit long at times. So now let's talk about our overall score of this game. Sigma Theory, this game kind of snuck up on me. I didn't know much about it, but I was glad to be able to review it, especially before launch here, because this game is very special. It's one of the first spy games that I have seen that has a strategy twist on it. Most spy games have you put in the role of spy. You know, you do things, you kill people, you do whatever you have to do in that spy role, and that basically makes up the gameplay. In this game, you're put in the director's shoes, and you have to make choices based on what you know in the external environment. So it's not just you doing one mission or being focused on one mission. You have to focus on 10 or 12 different missions at a time. That's something really cool. We've seen other games have massive followings, and this is the game that should also have a massive following. And it's for this reason I'm giving Sigma Theory a 7 out of 10 on our Mumbles review. Yes, there is a few cons that I feel could be addressed. If they are addressed, this is easily an 8 out of 10 game. But in its current state, this is a 7 out of 10 game. And if you love strategy games, I definitely recommend that you check it out. Anyways, guys, this has been my episode of Mumbles. I want to thank you guys all so much for joining me. Please smack that subscribe button, smack that like button, and smack all those buttons. If you have a game that you would like to see me review or any question, comments, or concern, please feel free to place them in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer them as soon as possible. Anyways, guys, this is going to be Mumbles signing off. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.